helps me stay at peak performance. Every moment.
Oh, give me a minute. Let me get it shared out.
Every waking moment count.
What's up, people? Just give me a minute. What's up, Christina? What's up, love? Just give me a second. I hear Christ is risen. Take that as you will. Christ is risen. He's ready to expand and explore. Did I not? So I want to get... I feel like somebody's receiving some enlightenment. Somebody's receiving a lot of truth right now. There's a lot of negativity removals happening right now, if that makes sense. There's a lot of things being pushed out yonder way. That's how I hear it, so take it as you will. Somebody is facing more of their steps, facing more of their depths, facing more of their light, facing more of their darkness, if that makes sense. Take that as you will. Somebody's stepping right on into it, if that makes sense. And I feel like it's removing a lot of negative energies as you step forward and as you gain strength and as you become compatible with God. Does that make sense? As you become more compatible with the universe, with God, with higher self, with that source of light, it's going to be beaming through you. It's going to be shining like a light for an example to be seen from the stars. Does that make sense? It's like you are a star shining in a human vessel, allowing your aura to penetrate others to do good. Does that make sense? So take that as you will. Somebody may be relocating as well. Hearing relocating, so somebody may be moving. I feel like this is going to be an unexpected move. Somebody's tortured you enough, if that makes sense. Somebody's put you through hell, if that makes sense. And somebody is reaping what they sow, yes, but it's allowing you to get blessings because you didn't actually retaliate. You just sent that same energy back to that person. You told the truth through spirit is what I'm hearing. So now God is going to be stepping into your dreams, helping you situate things around you, if that makes sense. Love brings peace. So it's time to open your heart chakra more. Time to... Somebody's joining forces with the dark side, and that's not going to be good for you. That's not going to work out very well for you. That's not for everybody, but it's for you. I'm just saying. If you want to join forces with the dark side, just know that is your way of life. That is your path, and more power to you, baby. I'm seeing poker, so somebody may play poker. I hear Texas Hold'em. Take that as you will. Somebody's appreciating the matters of things, if that makes sense. Appreciating the little things more. Appreciating what it is that they have around them. Appreciating the karmic ties, if that makes sense. Somebody's been through a lot of karmic ties, a lot of karmic lessons, and somebody's appreciating that more, if that makes sense. Appreciating what it is that you've learned from that punishment. I feel like somebody's karmic just punished you. It's like that was some strong ass bitch and they just punished you. But I feel like that's being retracted back to them and they're going to receive their punishment for what they did to you. Somebody's been walking through an illusion. I'm seeing like an illusion. I'm seeing actually like You know the song, sorry, I'm not home right now. I'm walking in the spider web, so leave a message and I'll call you back. A likely story, but leave a message and I'll call you back. And it's all your fault. I screen my phone calls. No matter who calls, I gotta screen my phone calls. So somebody's gaining some enlightenment right now, but I feel like you're having to walk through the spider webs to get that enlightenment, if that makes sense. You're having to gain that creativity back within inside of yourself to receive that enlightenment. Because whenever I look at spider webs, there's so many different types of spiders. There's poisonous spiders, there's non-poisonous spiders, but they all make different spider webs. So I feel like God is showing you need to allow the spider to be more creative within inside of yourself, if that makes sense. We're all connected to through energy. Spiders aren't bad. They're actually good. They kill all the little bugs running around. So I feel like you're needing to enlighten yourself back to the creative task that you made for yourself, if that makes sense. Take that as you will. So somebody's receiving a lot of enlightenment about your past. I feel like this is a very karmic soulmate that you've been around, and I feel like they've left or you've left. They kind of like put a hold on everything that was going on around you, if that makes sense. Whatever, you may have allowed this person to move in, you may have just started seeing this person again, if that makes sense. But I feel like you knew whenever this person stepped back up, it was unfinished business, yes, and you thought it was going to be good. You thought it was going to be protection from the heavens, but it actually ended up being Lucifer risen from death. If that makes sense. Lucifer opening a portal. So I do feel like somebody is walking away from somebody that was very toxic, somebody that was very karmic. But I feel like it was meant for you to receive this truth, this enlightenment, so that way you could really, kind of looks like DNA there, transform your DNA coding, if that makes sense. I hear the 12 steps as well. Take that as you will. Somebody may be in rehab. Somebody's going to be more grounded. I hear gong. Take that as you will. Tibetan bowls. You may need to listen to Tibetan bowls for meditation. That might help you rejuvenate your energy, if that makes sense. Because I feel like whoever this was, it was just like a big ass energy vampire. It was very hard for you to protect yourself from this person. But I feel like, and they were sucking you dry. They were just like, it was like they were sucking you dry. It was like they had this pump to you, if that makes sense. They had like this cord to you, and they were sucking your energy dry. They were feeding off of you. They were feeding off your manifestations. They were feeding off your dreams. They were feeding off your energy to do bad for other people, if that makes sense. I hear working with the devil. So I feel like they was actually working for the devil. They was doing dark magic. They were doing dark things. They were making bad things happen to you. And I feel like you're coming to your senses about this, and you're working towards moving away from this, if that makes sense. Yeah, the Hermit is here, and the Strength card. So you may need time to go within inside of yourself right now. You may need time to go within inside of yourself and change things about yourself, if that makes sense, or just to be able to gain the strength to move away from this. But God is stepping in and saying, look, you can change this. You are the manifester of your own energy. And I feel like I see angels like cutting cords, cutting ties to this person. It's like angels are completely cutting away their essence of energy, if that makes sense. Their prime of the energy that is holding you back, if that makes sense. So I feel like you're being eclipsed away. When is the next solar? I keep hearing solar eclipse for the last 2 days. So something is going to happen on the next solar eclipse, but I don't know what day that is. Let me just look it up. Hold on. Solar eclipse. June 10th. Hold on. There are two. There is two. One's June 10th, which was the Ring of Fire. Hold on. Let me just look right here. Just give me a minute. December 4th, there will be a solar eclipse. Central duration will last 1 minute and 54 seconds, which is 19, which is 10, which is a new beginning. It actually, TD of greatest eclipse, lit to animation. 7, 34, 38. I don't know what all this number means, but these numbers are just like 1037. You guys may be seeing like repeated numbers of 37, 47, weird numbers like that. But the next solar eclipse is December 4th. That's right around Capricorn season. So let me see when the next lunar eclipse is as well, because I feel like this. I'm hearing damage with the solar eclipse as well. Take that as you will. So I feel like there's going to be some damage to the world by the next solar eclipse, if that makes sense. Humanity's going to take a toll. So November 18th through the 19th, we're having a lunar eclipse that is partial. And December 4th, we have a total solar eclipse. So take that as you will. South in Australia, South in Africa, South in America, Pacific, Atlantic, Indian Ocean, and Antarctica. I don't know what that has to deal with. I see like buildings falling with that. Take that as you will. Take that as you will. All right, God, what else needs to come through? Somebody's children is going to be jumping for joy. Maybe they're going to get a surprise. Maybe they're going to get some answers about something. They're going to be getting some relief, if that makes sense. Somebody's children may be worried because they see you worrying. So somebody's children is going to be very, very happy. They may receive a phone call from their daddy, if that makes sense. I'm seeing like a welcome mat as well. So I feel like somebody's going to be welcoming you, or you're going to be welcoming them, if that makes sense, especially with the Four of Wands coming out, because the Four of Wands is happy home. It's also marriage. It's also twin flame energy. So take the energy as you will. It's also got Aries in it, if that makes sense to anybody. It's Aries and Venus card. So I hear lock the doors because daddy's coming home. Take that as you will. But I feel like I hear two swans of darkness coming together in the light. So I feel like two swans of darkness, two dark swans that have been on this dark ass road for way too long. They're coming together and they're building it's like they're becoming fireflies. Does that make sense? They're transcending into fireflies. They're transcending into a new message, a new layer of hope, if that makes sense. Take that as you will. It's like, yeah, see, you got the Eight of Pentacles actually coming out in reverse. It's like everything that was missing. It was like they felt like that they was missing a piece of themselves, and they know coming together is going to build that piece back up. Does that make sense? Coming together. Somebody maybe has shortness of breath as well. Ten of Cups keeps trying to come out. So there is a lot of happiness coming in. There's a lot of shine coming through the darkness. Does that make sense? Somebody is doing a lot of dark night of the soul right now. I'm hearing repairs. Somebody may be doing repairs on your house. You may be fixing remodeling. Somebody may be remodeling. But it's like you got the answer within inside of yourself. You are the answer key. Does that make sense? It's like somebody's taking a test. It's like you're taking that fucking SAT test at school, or the ACT test, or whatever it is, ACT test. And it's like you already got the answers. You got the training, the key answer key to you already. You just got to go in there and fill in the bubbles. Does that make sense? You got to go in and fill in the pattern that you need, but you need to be creative about it as you're filling in the pattern. I know on mine, I used to just zoom through, man, and I would make patterns sometimes just to get over, because I hated taking tests. I hated school. So I would just go through. I always passed them, but I hated taking tests. So I would just zoom through and I would make little designs with my bubbles. So I feel like higher self is telling you, be more creative about this test that is coming in for you. Yes, there's a lot of things missing around you, but you're going to find that piece that is needed to fill it up. Does that make sense? You're going to find the hidden code that is needed for you to be able to bounce higher. Does that make sense? And I'm seeing somebody jumping on a trampoline, and at first you're scared. You're wanting to do a flip, but you don't know how to get high enough to flip over without hurting your back. You may be a little bit old. You might be in your 40s, 45 or something. I do hear 40. I hear 45 and I hear 49. Take that as you will. But somebody's trying to bounce high enough to flip things through. to make that flip, to be able to take that leap of faith. But I feel like God's got you. It's standing in the power mode of who you are, standing in that treasure of who you are, and not letting anybody else justify who you are, if that makes sense. See, the moon is coming out. This moon is about to put a huge transformation on your life. Yeah, it's about to give you growth. It's about to offer you things that you never thought. It's like a miracle is going to happen. I'm even seeing the Children's Miracle Network. Take that as you will. You may be getting enough finances to be able to donate to Children's Miracle Networks or something like that. Or maybe I'm hearing Make-A-Wish Foundation, so you may be contributing to Make-A-Wish. But somebody is about to receive a national accreditation. Take that. I know I can't say that word. I know y'all laughing at me, but it's okay. It's okay because I'm laughing at myself. But you're about to be recognized nationally, if that makes sense. Your name is going to be brought out more people can see, if that makes sense. Yeah, see, Six of Pentacles. You had to go with inside. I feel like the moon tonight, because the moon is a Pisces card, and we're having the full moon in Pisces, which tomorrow will be full moon in Aries. So Aries is actually the first of the wheel of the zodiac, if that makes sense. So it's like it's a brand new beginning. It's a new cycle, a new moon cycle, if that makes sense. We're starting over in the moon cycle, if that makes sense. Take that as you will. Take that as you will. It's a brand new start. I feel like it's a brand new start, but I feel like you got to get brave enough to make that flip in your life, if that makes sense. Somebody may have broke your heart. We got the Three of Swords coming out and the Lovers. Somebody might have tampered with your feelings. This could be a I'm hearing that Michael Montgomery song, John Michael Montgomery, By the Moon. I know Boyz II Men sings it too, but I'm hearing it in the country version. I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky, I'll be there. Somebody make karaoke as well, because I'm seeing karaokeing. But it's like they're cutting toxic shit away from them, because they knew that whenever they came into your life, everything broke apart. I feel like somebody came into your life and everything around you started crumbling, but everything around them started crumbling down around them as well. But I feel like the crumbling brought balance. The crumbling ridded you and them of karmic ties, if that makes sense. It made you break free. You may be dealing with a Gemini. Gemini is very strong right here. Ace of Pentacles. This also ties back with what I was saying earlier about somebody coming into your life and wanting you stuck, wanting you stagnant, didn't want you to have that growth. But I feel like it's like this motherfucker done broke my heart once. I'm flipping that shit out the way. Does that make sense? I'm flipping that shit out the way because I'm bringing balance in. It doesn't matter if you're black or white, is what I'm hearing. It doesn't matter if it's black or white. Take that as you will. But I feel like it was put in front of your face in bold letters, but you set it aside because you didn't think this person would do that to you. Does that make sense? Yeah, Six of Wands. And you've overcame that because you broke away. You're like, no, you're not fixing to step in and fuck up everything that I already had building for myself. So somebody is walking away from somebody, but I feel like you walking away from this person is about to bring the miracles that you want in for yourself. It's about to bring your dreams come true. It's about to bring heaven on earth for you, if that makes sense. Yeah, see, it's bringing endings. But you got to be strong enough to get up and take them swords out your back. Does that make sense? You got to be strong enough to get on that trampoline and fucking trample everything out your way. Does that make sense? You got to be strong enough to know that you can make that flip without hurting yourself or without falling off the fucking trampoline. You got to know that you're not going to fall once you get up. If that makes sense. It's all about your thoughts. You got to know. I just keep hearing, you got to know. You got to know that I'm changing. You got to know that you're changing, and it's okay to change as long as you know that beautiful things are coming in as this change happens. Take that as you will. Yeah, see, 10 of Wands. 10-10 is here. Justice is here. Somebody's getting justice from the angels. Somebody's getting justice from the heavens. And I feel like your angels want you to know they are on your side. But karmic things, karmic patterns are being lost. I've seen somebody play checkers. It's like you're trying to win this game. You're trying so fucking hard. But if you don't quit worrying about it, you're never going to get to the place or the part that you need. Does that make sense? You're never going to get to be king. You're never going to get to be queen, if that makes sense. You're never going to get to that checkmate. You got to lay down the burdens. And I feel like your angels are telling you that. It's like you got to cut it loose. You know that song, Footloose? I don't know. I'm hearing Footloose. I got my cars just laid out everywhere. We're just going through and picking them. I feel like higher self is bringing you a portal of healing, bringing you a portal of love. But I feel like you also could have been very dark. And I'm not downing anybody that's been dark. I've been dark before. I'm just saying your dark night of the soul is the hardest part of you to break. It's the hardest part of you to break away from, because it's like the dark is the easiest to get through. Does that make sense? You don't have to find a light anywhere to see. You're nocturnal. I'm just saying, when you're in the darkness, you're nocturnal. You can already see what's in the dark. And it's so much harder to make that light shine, if that makes sense. Because when creation was made, it was all fucking void. It was all fucking darkness. God had to make the light appear. Or creator, universe, the speck of light, the Big Bang Theory, whatever it is that you believe in. They had to make that light appear. Do you not know how much work that was to make the light come from the darkness? I'm just saying. It's just like our spiritual awakening. We have to bring the light from our darkness. We have to go through our darkness. We have to go through our dark sides and break those generational curses. We have to past life curses. We have to demonstrate the darkness to bring the lightness. Does that make sense? You have to go through that part of you. You have to learn those lessons. You have to dab into your magic to see who you really are. You have to understand what magic cures and what magic hurts. Does that make sense? You have to understand what you're dabbling into, and without dabbling in your dark side, you're never going to know what happens to you if you don't go that way. Does that make sense? That is part of your darkness. That is part of your dark side. That is part of who you are, if that makes sense. So as you go in through the dark night of the soul, and as you're wandering lost through the darkness, because I'm telling you, I've been wandering lost through the darkness for the last 3 years, but as you're wandering lost through the darkness, you have to understand the darkness to be able to penetrate light. Does that make sense? You have to go through the chaos to bring order. Mayat, she was the queen of order, of chaos and order. She brought chaos, but she could also bring order. And that's just like your darkness and your light. You can bring chaos, but you can also bring order. But you have to look at the way that you're doing things to bring these things in, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? All right, so yes, you're stepping out of the illusions. Things are going to be changing fast for you. That was a lot. I didn't even breathe, y'all. And there is new offers coming in. But make sure that you're doing right by yourself, and you're doing right by other beings. Because if you're not doing right for yourself or right for other beings, then right won't come for you. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Yeah, see, you have a decision to make. Are you going to continue stepping in the cloudy waters, or are you going to be in the sparkling, shallow waters? Does that make sense? Are you going to allow yourself to see the sparkle in things? I'm just saying, whenever you look at some oceans, it's really cloudy. It's devastated. I'm just saying, they got plastic every fucking where. It's done muddied all that shit up. But then there's some waters where people do take care of things, and they do allow the light to come through. The water sparkles. So are you going to be murky, or are you going to be sparkly? Which one are you going to be? This is your decision. Each and every single one of us has a decision to make. But only you can make that decision. And you can't make anybody else fall because you're falling. I'm just saying. You can only rise yourself, and you can only fall yourself. So, but you do have a decision to make. There's a couple of decisions that you need to make here. Somebody also needs to fly solo for a little while. You need to take time to go within inside of yourself and fix yourself. There's so much damage that's done happened spiritually, mentally, physically, that you need time to go within inside and totally fix yourself. You need to totally just re-examine your whole fucking life. So, I mean, take the time to realize who you are. Reap the benefits of what God gave you. Reap the benefits of what the universe is giving you. Reap the benefits of your strength. Reap the benefits of your consciousness. Does that make sense? Being more aware of the things that are coming around you. Quit allowing people to throw illusions in your face. I'm just saying. My baby daddy, that motherfucker strong as fuck with spirit. He can make pretty much anybody he wants to do whatever he wants to through spirit. He manipulates my kids all the fucking time. And it pisses me off. He knows that he can't control me. Whenever he first got here, he was controlling the fuck out of me. But I had to put a fucking stop to that real fast. And he's no longer here. He left because he couldn't handle my energy with his energy. It was too much of a spiritual war between the two of us. Because he's not going to sit here and manipulate my energy. That's not going to fucking happen. He's not going to sit here and terrorize me. He's not going to sit here and try to fucking control me. Hell no, I'll fuck that motherfucker up real fast. Just saying. Him and his old fucking army. Yeah, they might have made my car fuck up. They may have been sending me spirit all day talking about your car's going to fuck up. Your car's going to blow up. That might have happened. But you know what? They will get what they fucking sow. They will reap what the fuck they sow. They will get that fucking energy back. I'm just saying. And it doesn't help that they use my kids' energy to make it happen. So you do need to wake up from the darkness because you need to realize what is going on in this world. There's humans out here controlling and manipulating children to do whatever the fuck they want to. I'm just saying. These children and these humans, I didn't know other people could control you like that. I thought mind control was just bullshit. It's not only mind control, it's spirit control too. A lot of people ask for guidance from spirits. Other people are making it look like their spirit is giving them their guidance and they're controlling them with that. So, and you cannot say they're using mimic spirits to do this, if that makes sense. So, but to me, there is no spirit. It's all energy. We're all just sending that vibration of words to each other's ears, if that makes sense. So it's all telepathy, if that makes sense. I don't know. I believe in spirits because you can see spirits, but I feel like the way the energy is these days, it's more of a telepathic connection than it is being a medium, because everybody can hear, everybody can see, everybody can feel, everybody can touch, everybody can taste, everybody can smell. Each and every, I have not met one person that did not have all of these things. If they didn't have them after they left my presence, they had them. I'm just saying, each and every single one of us can hear. And the way spirit is these days, so many people's doing dark magic. So many different people are unlocking so many stupid things. They don't even realize, oh, I'm praying to Hecate. Let me get Hecate down here to fuck some motherfucker up. I'm just saying, you think it might be Hecate down here fucking somebody else. But how do you know you're not raising a fucking demon to do demonology work on you? How do you know that you're not getting a demon attached to you as you're opening that portal? You don't know what you're bringing in through that portal. You don't know what's being unlocked. We're walking in God doesn't care what humans do anymore. God's done given up on us. I'm just saying. The heavens done gave up on us. The universe done gave up on us. I'm just saying. Let them fuck their own selves up. Exactly what humans are doing, fucking our own selves up. We are going to kill each other. A lot of us are going to die from natural disasters. But in the end, we're going to be the ones killing each other. So many wars are coming in. And the war may be coming by December 4th. I don't know. I'm not 100%. My dog had to go pee, but thank God she's got a puppy pad over there. So, I actually got kicked out on my dog. She ain't brought me the eviction notice yet, but she's going to bring it. Which is okay. I'm not getting rid of my dogs. Fuck her. Not happening. Not happening. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'll be all right. You know why? Because the heavens above got me. Jesus above has got me. Got me for real. So, with that being said, don't allow yourself to get lost in fantasies that you don't know what fantasies you're unlocking. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Something about noses. Somebody may be able to read noses. Somebody may be able to see your lineage through noses, if that makes sense. Somebody may be awakening and looking at people's noses weird and be like, it looks like a gnome nose. It looks like a elf nose. It looks like a witch nose. Somebody's noses. Somebody's going to resonate with noses. Take that as you will. I don't know. Take it as you will. Noses and ears. I hear ears as well. So I'm also hearing the shape of your eyes. The shape of your eyes. So I feel like you're going to receive a download coding about this interest. I hear interest, if that makes sense. But I feel like you're going to be more popular about it than what you thought you was going to be, if that makes sense. Because I do feel like you're putting in the work to learn it, and you're putting in you're regenerating it, if that makes sense. It's like you're turning on the generator about things and you're making it move. Does that make sense? So take that as you will. So I'm going to leave it there, you guys. My car broke down, so I can't go to work because I DoorDash. So my readings are on special right now. They are $20. They are $20. So if anybody would like a $20 general read, you guys can PM me. That is not mediumship. Do not ask me for a mediumship for $20. I'm just saying. Do not. Because whenever I call in spirit, I call in demons, I call in angels, I call in all kinds of different spirits. So that does not, it's not mediumship, it's not $20. Just a general reading. You get to ask one question or have one topic, and you get your reading. It's recorded and it's sent to you through email. Let's see what else was going to say. I think that's it. So get the special white last because people got shit to do right now. I'm just saying. Peace, y'all.